All right, we have found our fill in for Lofi thanks to internet problems being a thing in 2020. Once again, I am Kenos, joined with Sigtau Lord. We just came back from seeing Phoenix manage to close out a rather long game where they had control, but White Wolf held on for dear life and did a very good job staying in there. Sig, obviously we have a sub now for Lofi with Jeff filling in. Do you think that Jeff's gonna swing Phoenix into a dominant position for game two?
I think it's going to be an adjustment, but I think this will actually work out better for Pointy Ball. He's a little bit more warmed up. He does have some ranked play under his belt. Jeff, to this point, does not. Uh, I will say it is last game. Pointy Ball on Riven was one of the highlights for White Wolf Gaming for me. Him and Chaosix. Chaosix played incredibly well in the ace, considering the damage differential he opened himself into by going with that Glacial Augment build. But but beyond that, I think this is definitely an up for White Wolf Gaming in terms of putting someone in. Jeff, incredibly talented, and probably I still hold to my guns. The MC master of all LCUS.
All right. Well, we'll see if that comes to pass going into game number two here. White Wolf blue, Phoenix red, and there goes the Anivia. Well, you play Anivia as ace, you get it banned for the rest of your life. That's just how it works. Anivia, one of the most banned champs in LCUS history.
Never pick a fight you can't win.
And Set very quickly becoming one of the most banned champs in LCUS history. I think he's been banned in almost all of our off-season matchups.
He's so incredibly meta, and none of the nerfs that have come across have really hit him at all. So still so valuable. Oh, they're pointing their bans directly at Pointy Ball, trying to give Jeff as much breadth and depth to move in as they can.
Yep, and we are seeing similar bans. Darius and Sivir were banned last time as well. So other than the Anivia, we are seeing the same sort of thing coming out. I'm betting the last ban here is Morgana, though two respect bans now with Zac getting taken off the board as well.
It's so hard to play into that because if this Phoenix squad were to flip a switch, I know Alan Z Tardis would be in an incredible position to play that pick as well.
Worth note, worth noting, the Thresh is available now. So unless they first pick Thresh, which they probably won't, considering Ashway is their support, Gregosaurus could be rocking Thresh in game two here.
Perhaps. I think it might have more weight than what we might give it. I definitely like the Sejuani pick. Brandana was definitely lacking a little bit in engage potential if there wasn't a wall readily available, and I think that this will close that gap for him.
Mm-hmm. Though that being said, Poppy did do an extraordinary job locking down Ace. It seemed like Ace was always next to a wall. He does seem to like hugging those perimeters.
Well, unless Poppy's on the map, it's a pretty sound call. Warwick coming out again for Alon Z. I usually think of Alon Z as a Vi player, but with these Titanic Hydra changes, oh, it's just too attractive and too fun to play Warwick right now.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very model game for how to play Warwick, too. Did very well with the fears, very well with the engagements and positioning. And Misfortune locked in for Envy right away.
If I remember correctly, Misfortune is currently a heavy pick for Envy. Envy currently having a 58.3% win rate with this Misfortune, 8, 5, and 8 KDA. So very impressive numbers.
Ooh, a Lux pickup. Flex pick could be Ashaway's, could be a mid laner.
As I've said earlier, I did get the honor of playing with Chaosix in Clash last multiple clashes, and Lux is definitely in his pocket. But I think this pick might give it away.
I don't know how if I agree with picking a yacht. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say the Yasuo is definitely not Chaosix. I know it's not in his pool, and it's almost a certainty ban for him, if I remember correctly.
Right, well, we have a Kaisa instead, also somewhat flexible, but probably the ADC.
It is Arcane Soda with a 19 wins, 17 losses the past 30 days, 52% win rate, 7, 6, and 7 KDA. I think something to highlight there is uh, in this matchup with that. We talked a lot about wards. Vision score is something that Arcane Soda has mastery of compared to some of the numbers that Evil has put out over the past 30 days, with 3 more wards per game placed.
Oop, and we have another ban against Ace,
Kills the fool.
and they do take the Yasuo off the board just in case. That's an interesting choice there. I guess they're... I mean, assuming the Lux is not mid lane, I'm surprised that they're... Oh. They banned Veigar because they figured Ace was going to pick it first. Okay. So, suddenly Ace gets 3 targeted bans against him, and it's like we never left. Would like to see some more durability out of this Phoenix team here in Game 2. Nice beefy top laner. Renekton, that'll do.
Yeah, every time. He also was hit very hit. He's celebrating these Hydra changes that came through. So another champion that's thriving in this pseudo tank bruiser juggernaut meta that's happening right now.
And we have Gnar showing up for White Wolf's top lane, I'm assuming. So now we'll see if this Lux is mid or support. In 15 seconds or less. 10 seconds. Looks as though it may be support. There we go. Alright, so support Lux.
I like this comp. I think they so far are much better at team fighting. They want to meet you in lane. They want to meet you in jungle. They think that they can push you out. I will point out that this is also a pretty good poke heavy comp, so they can siege incredibly well. Very flexible comp. I like it a lot.
We have 2 Beauty and the Beast teams here. Very interesting. Cho'Gath mid lane, I'm guessing. So, lot of melee focus with the Renekton, Cho'Gath, and Warwick, but a lot of durability as well. Very similar to what we saw out of Phoenix in Game 1.
I think that this Phoenix squad definitely has the potential to go 1-for-1 in a team fight, but I think what they want to do is definitely give Ace the room to split push, and Cho'Gath is one of those mid laners as well. He can go take an objective on his own without too much concern. So if you don't keep a good vision on where he is and the objectives, it's Warwick and Cho'Gath are those early objective threats. So I definitely like that.
Yeah, and then meanwhile we've got Ashaway on Lux. Lux, who is, arguably very similar to Morgana in a couple of ways. Has the shields, has the snares, so that's something to look out for. And those big turnaround ults in terms of damage, though, rather than CC. But Sejuani makes up for the lack of CC there in spades. And funnily enough, we have more wall hate coming out of this Gnar. But Cho'Gath's probably less likely to hug on the walls because he's not a dance around on the perimeter champion. And then we have just more of that straight up durability as well. I will say I'm very surprised to see. I mean, if Envy is good on Misfortune, if Misfortune's good right now, then that's great. But considering how well the Caitlyn did, I'm surprised we didn't see that as a repick.
It did incredibly well, but I don't think that at any point it did well because it was winning. With Ashe losing, Ashe still stayed toe to toe. It took 3 items to lose in damage to what Ashe had at 2. So, though incredibly well played by Envy, Still, a very difficult pick. Misfortune, much more meta, much more practiced by Envy, and I think we're going to see a very high success rate because if Zyra lands that R, Misfortune presses R, you're going to see a very empty bot lane from White Wolf.
Yeah, there are a couple of knockups here. It's kind of funny. You could slide a Yasuo into this team comp despite the ban. But yeah, a lot of CC coming out of this Phoenix team, which everyone knows I like quite a lot. Zyra ult, Cho'Gath knockup, the Silence even, Renekton stun, Warwick Fear. Um, but you know, I think the CC is more or less equally split, though a little bit lacking in the durability side coming out of White Wolf. At least when Gnar isn't a big boy.
Yeah, this is another one of those where they're going to be fighting on a timer, and we do not want to see this go to late game. If it goes to late game, this Phoenix squad is much more adept at handling a late game team fight over an objective. Even with all the Wombo synergy we might see from White Wolf, there's not much you can do versus a fully scaled up Cho'Gath.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when I look at Phoenix, I just think a lot of big, scary people you don't want to meet at 55 minutes. And if the game goes long like the first one did, that's what Wolf is going to be facing down. So hopefully they get some work in early. You think they got better shot this time?
I think if they learn from the lessons of the first match, they're going to be able to thrive. I really hope they prioritize early vision inside of the Phoenix jungle, because if they can keep an eye on Warwick, they can figure out the objective pathing, and if they can figure out where he is, they can figure out where they can apply pressure. That's what the early game was lacking from this White Wolf squad. I hope we see more of that.
All right. Well, we are going into the skins here. Once again, everyone has a skin. Very impressive. Um, Yeah, I still think I like Phoenix's skins.
I like them. If I had to guess which team was Phoenix, I probably would have guessed the bottom one. But I see the KDA Prestige Edition Kaisa, so Arcane Soda definitely flexing, as well as Hextech Sejuani. So we got some big money makers up in this White Wolf squad. If even if you can't win the fight, you look good doing it.
Yeah, and not a huge fan of the Misfortune skin, so that does lose them some points.
You and the rest of the world. That was supposed to be a premium skin. I can't even remember the scale that they put it on, but it was supposed to be one of the high dollar ones, and it just is not impressive.
That's why it's so funny to me when I turned on League of Legends today after a bit of a hiatus, and I saw that they were emphasizing, showing off the gun Misfortune. And I'm like, do you know what people dislike, Riot? But they make Legends of Runeterra, so I can't be too mad at them.
Such a good game. I wish we were casting that. Kenos, we need to do that. Let's cast that here out.
All right. Who are we watching? You want me to play and you can talk about it, or we can both talk about it?
Yeah, well, sure. We'll figure it out, folks. If you would watch that, let us know, please, because we'd love to do it.
All right. So got some little bit of different posturing this time, but no invasions or any other sort of aggression there. Is Arcane Soda dancing somewhere? Nope. You got your pop star skin on. You're not out dancing, Arcane. Shame on you. You were dancing with Ash last game.
It's way too much pressure right now, Kenos. He's got the weight of the lane on him.
This is a strange skin. I haven't seen anybody use the Hextech Sejuani skin. But then again, we're not getting a good look at it because Brandana won't stop dancing around. Interesting.
And that's a brand new skin. That's one of those expensive gemstone skins. So cool.
All right. So starting off here, Ace probably going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage because he's ranged lacking. Though he did pick the ranged autos as his first spell. Ooh, and Jeff immediately taken relatively low. Gets one good hit in on Pointy Ball, which helps a bit. And bot lane, we have two groups of ranged squishies, so probably a little bit less of the poke back and forth. Or more. We'll see which way they decide to take it.
I certainly like this farming rotation. We very well could see a jungle scuffle when the scuttle does appear. Scuffle when scuttle appears, folks. Oh, you can't write that. I think that's going to be a pretty good fight, depending on the timing.
Yeah, we'll see where they end up going. Warwick is actually sitting in the brush for a second here. I don't know what Alan Zitaris is waiting for.
He's building tension with the chickens. Yeah, I like my chickens to be a little scared before I go into.
He is building tension. It almost was like... interesting. Maybe he disconnected as well. Someone's screwing with the Phoenix routers. Looks like we might have a bit of an attempt to go in here on Jeff. Does have the ward down. Should see it. Did not see it. He's in a lot of trouble now.
Very good pathing.
All right, let's see what happens here. Jeff, yep, definitely in a lot of trouble here. Gonna try to flash over that wall, doesn't make it. And the dab. And LNZ is back from his staycation in the brush and is going after raptors. Ooh, Ace closing in here, just hits level 4 during that, but taking a ton of damage from minions, has to back out. Oh, LNZ and Brandana just calmly pass each other. LNZ tunnel visioning as well. Does get the fear off, but at what usefulness? I was going to say what cost. There is a flash there. Brandana does have flash available as well, but misses that key flail, and Warwick should be able to get away.
Yeah, we've got that low health bar in the mid lane to let him run on.
Low health in the top also. Flash from Pointy Ball, who now turns around on Jeff. But Jeff manages to be out of range of the hijinks.
I think with a Renekton, our top lane health bars really don't mean much.
Ooh. Ace gets collapsed on there. Good little dash over the wall, but manages to flash out.
And he flashed right before the stack could come in from Brandana with the slow, so very well timed.
But despite all this chaos, everyone's more or less even still. Oh, we have Renekton closing in on Pointy Ball a little bit here. Flashes for a stun. Don't know if he's going to have enough damage to finish it. He might dive here. Nope.
I value his aggression. I hope it pays off later.
Oh, Envy maybe a little bit far forward. Does have Gregosaurus there to help protect him, though. Brandana backs off. So we do see Vision coming into play quite a lot here early on for Phoenix. Shame Renekton did not quite catch the Sejuani there before dying. But that just means that Sejuani has been all over the place. The fact that every ward on the map has basically seen Brandana. Ace putting another one that will see Brandana. Oh! A lot of chip damage from Envy here. Arcane Soda taken very low, forced to go back. See if there's any other attempts at aggression here, but the creep wave probably won't make it in time.
No, you want to push this lane in, get your reset, go back, and call it a day.
Alright, so we have Pointy Ball alone here up in the top lane, getting a couple more of that CS. Guessing he's got a slight gold lead there. Yeah, about 200. Just about to go Super Gnar. Ace is rotating. Thinking about helping out his buddy Reptile here. Oh, knockup misses. Big stun anyway, though. Oh, throws them both under tower. Very well done there.
It's a good way to play that out. They are both still up there, though.
Ace is at level 6, but has not eaten anything yet. So that also puts him at a bit of a disadvantage. LNZ chased off by Chaos. Oh, and Ace is back up. Yeah, they're wasting a lot of time up here. I'm not sure if Jeff called for help, or if Ace just doesn't feel like he's getting much done in that mid lane.
Ace still has his TP up, and he did have a CS lead going into that roam, so I don't think he felt like he was paying too much for that opportunity, but it did cost them some Drake coverage. As we see Warwick on the top side, they're able to capitalize. White Wolf Gaming taking their first advantage this match.
And we already see a difference from game number 1, as in game 1, Phoenix got all the dragons, so we'll see if White Wolf is able to push this to game 3 by getting a better handle on the objectives. Level 7 now on the top lane. Jeff a little behind, about third of the level. Continues to try to be very aggressive. Pointy Ball just using that bounce ability to get out of range. And we have Brandana trying to come up here and help. Oh! May not even need the help. Jeff goes big, dealing lots of damage though. Very low health. Does not have flash available. Oh, but does manage to get the 1 kill. Probably die now though, but at least he finally got his hands on that little Gnar.
That's one of the reasons you should be so scared in this Conqueror meta right now. Renekton was just able to continue the fight, get that health back, and make it a 1-for-1. Very well done.
Ace now on Feast stacks. Now someone's having fun with their thesaurus when they updated the Feast tooltip. Down here in the bot lane, still relatively even. Envy getting a slight CS lead, but not really that notable. Ace getting collapsed on. Brandana does have ult available. Will probably use it. Does use it. Pulls Ace in, and Ace will go down. Bot lane, both very low. Envy did just use ults. Should be able to get a couple of plates here, maybe. But Sejuani is on the move.
On the move and stacked right now, so he definitely wants to continue this fighting.
And Gregosaurus gets a big jump on him by Arcane Soda. Envy should be able to take out. Might get taken out here as well, though. A lot of stacks there. Both very immobile down in this bot lane. It's something we didn't really touch on earlier.
Well, they rely so heavily on disengage, but it's so hard to disengage from that Sejuani. Now 4-0-1, feeding one of those kills to Kaisa. White Wolf feeling much better this match.
Pointy Ball being very aggressive, is thinking of diving. Nope, just wants to get one more boomerang hit in. But can dive now though, and chooses to. But is it smart to dive in on a Renekton? The answer says no. Oh, Jeff decides to fall back, but that's because he's got his friends coming to collapse on it. Ace in a very good position to try to stop any sort of flash shenanigans, but they managed to take him out anyway.
And I agree with the call. I don't know if it was a call, but to let Warwick have that kill, he needs to play catch up. He needs to be able to duel this Sejuani if the time comes. So I agree with that.
Chaos gonna get some chip damage here off on Ace. Ace on 2 stacks. Bot lane continuing aggression from Greg and Envy, despite the fact that they were just had their teeth kicked in by that Sejuani. Nope. Looks like there might have been a steal there. Nope, LNZ gets it. Okay. And Ace gets a tower plate as well. Lots of positioning battling going on right now. Brandana making his presence known down in the bot lane. Warwick also moving through toward the bot as well, so maybe it'd be a 3v3 situation. There are 2 wards there, so they would see Brandana, but it looks like Brandana's going to try to sneak directly behind them on their turret. Yep, he's going to take 2 or 3 tower shots here. Rift Herald is summoned in the mid lane. Big ult comes down there. 2 ults. Both ways, great positioning there by Envy, but unfortunately not able to get a lot of damage on all of that tankiness. Here comes Jeff to make something happen. Does manage to get a lot of damage out there. Focusing on the wrong person, though, I think. Who would think ADC targeting is wrong, but you got to get that Sejuani. Ace manages to.
Ooh, very, very rough. Things looked so good for White Wolf Gaming at the start of that. I loved that moving through the turret to collapse, but that did not work out, as we did see Phoenix contributing that TP, allowing for this bot lane control to take forward. And we're going to see Drake going over as a reward for it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's going to come in here to contest that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, looks like they should have this wrapped up pretty easily. Turret plating has been going down relatively evenly across the board, though, with White Wolf having a little bit less. So 1-1 for the Dragons right now. A little bit of an interesting positioning here. Ace does end up going back, so they probably aren't going to engage in any sort of fight. But we'll see if Phoenix is able to get some of their momentum back. Brandana continuing to roam about in his jungle. Got a couple more mountains in the road to deal with now. Might make things a little bit more difficult for him to rush in on.
It looks like the vision game is definitely favoring this Phoenix team. I think we did see the early ward catch out Brandana, so
Here
I
comes
don't know.
Brandana again. Ult is available. Oh, and that Pegasaurus is in a really bad position. Once again, an attempt from a big Misfortune ult, but does not have the damage output yet. Turret helps quite a lot there. Oh, big flash in. Alonzi misses the pounce just barely. And everyone should get away, unfortunately for them. Oh, here comes Ace. Big stomp, knocks up Ashaway there. We'll see if they're able to get Arcane Soda. They are able to get Arcane Soda. Ace taking a huge amount of damage, though. And now big shutdown turnaround here. This could be what? Triple kill for Chaos. This is what Phoenix needed. Or White Wolf needed.
That was a big turnaround for White Wolf. Very well done. I respect the flash ult coming from Alonzi Tardis, but it just he was so close. If that fear would have went off, that would have went very differently. Ashaway again, incredibly well placed stuns and roots in order to allow them to walk away and disengage. But I think the real MVP is Chaosix for keeping that roam going and catching up. We do see action in the top side as Pointy Ball giving it to Jeff, landing those pokes.
Oh, Jeff turns around with a big ult. There's that stun as well. One dash would probably solve it, but unfortunately not able to do it. Looks like there was a something else that happened too. There was some prompt. Alright, doesn't matter. Here comes Alonzi. Pointy Ball wisely jumps away. But here comes Brandana, so now there's a turnaround. Alonzi in a little bit of trouble here. Brandana does not have the ult available, but the big wall stun instead. Alonzi is going to go down.
Rough call from Alonzi. I can understand wanting to fight, wanting to get back something out of that lost fight there, but just cost him in the long run. Very well done by this White Wolf squad.
And first turret destroyed by White Wolf as well. Yeah, we're seeing a couple of the big positional differences coming from this Phoenix lineup in this game too. There's less slows and territory control coming out of the mid lane. Obviously, Cho'Gath can do those things, but not as readily as Anivia can. And that lack of mobility down that bot lane, they've been picked on quite a bit because of it. 3 deaths and 2 deaths. I mean, obviously there are the deaths on White Wolf as well, but compared to Game 1, where Phoenix had all of that mobility from Caitlyn's ability to jump backwards, from Zach's ability to go wherever he wanted, it's a stark difference.
Oh, very much so, but I definitely think this late game tankiness that both teams are going to be able to offer are going to prolong some team fights. Ace looks like he's going down, and we will see the lots of poke coming out. Warwick going down, trying to ultimately make it a 1-for-1. Double kill going over to Chaosix.
Chaosix once again picking up that multi-team kill and a big dive. We saw Ace couldn't do anything. That was a heck of a series of chain stuns. Arcane Soda trying to get something done here as well. Once again, Misfortune's ult not dealing as much damage as you might hope a Misfortune ult does. Need to get a couple more items on there, and then it'll be big and scary.
I think a lot of it also has to do with Gregosaurus is perfectly placing his ultimates, but you're seeing these counter ultimates come out of the Kaisa to allow her just to walk out. Very good siege coming from White Wolf right now. Jeff answering.
Yep, great positioning there by Jeff, and the ult as well. Blast Cone will screw things up, but Pointy Ball has been left alone. Pointy Ball is just doing really good at bouncing back and forth here. Jeff's in a lot of trouble. Alonzi coming to help. There is a flash there, though. And we have a very weak Phoenix team hiding under turret.
You have to, and you almost want to give this Drake over, but I think they feel like Cho'Gath and Warwick can contest this.
Well, there are 2 smites there, technically. But we do have a teleport coming in, so that the gang is all here. So we got the 3 monsters on. Oh, Gregosaurus taking a lot of unnecessary damage there. Almost gets taken out. Oh, big jump in there. Jeff's in a lot of trouble. Gets taken out. Ace forced back as well. Everyone's pretty weak here. I think giving up the dragon is the best you can hope for. A Miss Fortunate would be really good here, but I do not believe she has it available, and she's getting chased down by the Sejuani. Sejuani is going to lock this Misfortune down relatively easily. Very immobile champion. Alonzi runs headlong into 2 of the scariest members of White Wolf and goes down as well. And suddenly we have almost a 6k gold lead for our White Wolf at not even 20 minutes.
This is night and day. It can show you what having the damage in these team fights can do for you, and they definitely have it this time.
It's also crazy how tanky Sejuani is. I mean, obviously, she is naturally more durable than Warwick, but I think at this time, last game, Alonzi was at like 2,000 health, and Sejuani's pushing 3. That War Mogs is getting mileage.
That early lead allowed Brandana to get that early jungle item, finish it fastly, move on to this Warmog's armor, and with the way they keep disengaging from these team fights, there's no way to burst him down. Very well played.
And let's take one more second to look at Brandana. 6-1-11 of 18 kills. He has been involved in all but 1 kill in this game so far. That is some good jungling. And LMZ is going to get taken off again. Pointy might be able to get outrun. All right. I was going to say, if he got taken out there, that's what my Warwick games always look like. All right, so Ace being big and scary and trying to set up some positioning here. 6 stacks on his feast. The Pointy Ball is coming in for a flank here. Fall back, Ace. You know what happens when they chain stun you, but they're going to try to chain stun him again. Rift Herald is summoned once again. Very good objective control here from White Wolf, going one-on-one on the objectives, and this is going to be another turret down. Phoenix is getting pushed really far back here. We'll see if they're able to come back here at all. Big stun coming out of Pointy Ball. He locks up all members of the team. Big knockout there. Huge laser from Ashway. That's 2 kills. We might even get more than that. This could actually be the game right here. They are pushing so hard. Ace is not able to do anything. Stuns for days. Does manage to flash out with Pointy Ball chasing. Gets picked off as well. This is 5-on-2. 16 seconds before anyone else can help. Are they going to push all the way in? They're thinking about it. They're going to go for it. Gregosaurus does not have ult available. Misfortune almost has ult available. Misfortune could help slow this down. You got to ult on the minions right now. That's 1 turret down. They're going for another one. There comes the ult finally.
Oh, that was very well played. Just momentum driven. White Wolf not giving any kind of quarter to their opponents in that. Very good pacing, and especially well done from Arcane Soda getting those early kills in that team fight. Rain of missiles, putting in the work.
Yeah, that was insane. 3 champion kills, 3 turrets, and an inhibitor, all in one push. Ace getting very aggressive here now, though. Might be able to close in on Arcane Soda, who does have flash available. There is also a teleport from the Gnar. Ace might be being a little aggressive here. There is that just that flexibility and momentum that we can see out of the Gnar. Regosaurus comes trying to help. The ult is too little too late, unfortunately. Seeing some of the frustration from Ace here.
It's so rough. They're trying to get those usual Phoenix flanks from these TPs, but it's just not working out.
And we have a strong 5-man in this bot lane. 8k gold lead, now 7.5. As they take out the first turret there and are going for another. Ooh, Ashaway just misses the prison there on Alonzi. But Alonzi's 2 levels behind. Gregosaurus as well, though Ashaway is similar there. We are going to see this turret go down. Ace has arrived. More than likely they'll fall back to fight under turret. Probably the best thing they can do in this situation.
Yeah, you want to try and set yourself up. Present the siege as much as you can. Clear those waves, but it doesn't look like it's working very well.
Yeah, Ace definitely needs to fall back and heal here. But then notices that their turret is under threat. Sometimes you forget about those early Nexus turret problems if your inhibitor gets taken down too quickly. Pointy Ball diving deep is not going to get anything. Well, maybe they will. But big ult, finally the Misfortune ult gets gains, and this could be a turnaround that they're looking for here. Sejuani diving way too far deep. They're going to get Flux. They might try to get more, but I think they should just be happy with what they have.
Looks like they're going to push out mid, maybe try for a Baron at this point.
I don't know about a Baron. They'd have to go like right now with 20 seconds left. Brandana already fully healed up thanks to that Warmogs. There's a teleport here. I don't know about that. Jeff coming in already chumped. They don't get the dragon. They're not going to get too much here. Jeff runs right in. No other support. Ace is at almost 0 health. And they're all going to try to go in on this Brandana. Can Brandana survive? A 5-man on his face. Big stun there on LNZ. They finally take him down.
Got to get those gains where you can.
Unfortunately missed out on the dragon, but do manage to get the Sejuani bonus gold. Ooh, we have Fawn subscribing for 15 months. Thanks for that.
Now there's a quality ADC, folks. WD Fan 13. Make sure you watch this guy. Big things are coming.
Alright, so 6k gold lead. The 7k was reduced thanks to the killing that Sejuani. Let's check out where the gold is. Yeah. You can see the Sejuani's got all the gold. I mean, everyone's got gold, but Sejuani has all the gold. So, something to keep in mind if the score wasn't obvious already. They gotta find a way to pick off that Orianna. Hold on to quite a lot of gold as well. And Envy's just taking a lot of chip damage, but here comes a collapse. Gregosaurus just setting up some territory here. A lot of call for pings, but there is another collapse. The reverse collapse is coming as well. I believe they were expecting it, but then they all get spotted by that one jungle plant. Brandana is really thinking about it. Oh, interesting little knock up there, and here comes Baron to help out. Inhibitor has respawned as well, so they're a little less concerned about the siege. Their Ace a little out of position here. Is going to end up getting stunned. Trying to do a little zigzagging. Oh, okay. Man, just to avoid getting stunned. Big damage on Gregosaurus. Gotta remember that Lux can still do damage, and Ashway is building that way.
Yeah, a whole lot of damage coming out of this White Wolf squad. 2 Runic Echoes already built. Sorry, Luton's Echoes already built, so tons of AoE damage, tons of splash damage.
They're 2 tanks of Phoenix trying to collapse here and hold their inhibitor. Cutting off Arcane Soda's escape. Let's see if she's able to get out. Just managed to get the end around on Renekton. Big ult there. Jeff is going to go. Oh! Does not go down. Very close. But they lose the turret. Possibly more. really going in on Brandana now. 3v1, but that is going to lead to... Nope. They are not going after this turn anymore. Oh, big turnaround here. Here comes Alonz. They should be able to get Flash for the Chomp.
I love that move. You charge up the fear with Warwick. You hold the Q down. Let you call this Kenosis.
No, it's fine. All right, so we got Chaos getting caught here. Looks like that's going to be... There's that shutdown they need. First kill on the Orianna. And Ashaway is going to try to interrupt this Baron as best she can. Her ult is available, so a cheeky laser could steal this. Cho has 9 on his stacks. 12 seconds. Oh, no, she's backing up, so they're giving up here. All right, go on. Sorry, you were saying about Warwick?
No, Warwick throwing the Q after the fear. He's able to get on the other side of Brandana there and push him back towards his own base. So very well done. But I loved that fight. They're trying to fight back every inch. They turned a 7k gold deficit into a 3k gold deficit. So Phoenix is not out of this by any measure.
Yeah, especially not with this Baron. They've managed to take some of the confidence that it seems like White Wolf had and use it to their advantage, because now we have two very beefy monster boys here. We got Jeff at 2,600 health. We got Cho almost at 4,000. And Arcane Soda doesn't quite have the damage output right now to deal with that on his own, as the positioning has led him to be in a couple of situations here.
Well, this White Wolf Gaming roster can do a lot of things, but without the Orianna, you can't fight the Cho'Gath. You really need that Grievous Wounds from that Morello's Nomicon. In order to stop a lot of that healing and tankiness, but it looks like we are going to see Jeff caught out. He throws the ult trying to survive, but doesn't work. Yeah. This should be Soul, unless Phoenix are able to contest it 4v5.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. We do have Alonz in a position to steal. We'll see if he's able to do it. He is thinking about it. Here we go. He does steal it.
Oh my god, folks.
Amazing suppression there. Very strategic. Ace devours the ADC, going in on the Gnar as well, who does flash. Brandana does kill Alonz. That was inevitability, but the trade-off was certainly worth it. Ult manages to miss, but Gregosaurus gets taken out by the flash. And Gnar teleports away. Great strategic move there by Alonz. You ult onto the person with smite so you can smite yourself.
Ooh, so rough. And that Q smite combo is also incredibly powerful on Warwick.
Yeah, we do have Baron. Oh, completely missed that.
Very good CC chain on Envy. In order to see him die under tower, Jeff gonna try and clear this wave as fast as possible.
70-foot tall Cho coming in here, focusing on the Ashaway, and now they're on the Brandana. Big silence. Brandana doesn't really have the damage, but neither does Renekton and Cho. And now the rest of the team has shown up as well. Kaisa pushing in the mid and Gnar top. So we have a 3-lane split push here, and I'm not sure the matchups are going in Phoenix's favor, especially because the other turret has been destroyed. There's one outer turret left, or inner turret left, I suppose. And now we just have Ace fighting down here in the bot lane by himself, while everyone else is trying to maintain presence by the inhibitors. Jeff comes in with a big flash, but Arcane Soda has a dash as well. All the focus now on... Oh, good ult there, taking that down now. Everyone's collapsing on Brandana again. This is leaving Ashaway and Chaos to take out that inhibitor, but that Sejuani melted incredibly fast with everyone focusing on him. Top inhibitor is taken down by Pointy Ball, who retreats.
Rough trade. Don't know if it came out in Phoenix's favor, but they did at least save the bottom mid.
Yeah, they I think they're definitely trying to focus on this Sejuani, who still has all the gold, though not as much as he did a little bit ago.
Well, between the Dead Man's Plate, the Warmogs, and the Dead Man's armor, it's just so, so tanky, so difficult to deal with.
And we have the Warwick is now suddenly got a nice big tanky spike, 3,100 health on that. 4,000 health now on Brandana. Just comparing the tanks. 4-2 on Ace, 11 chomps. And we've it's kind of feels like we're going long here, but 1 or 2 pickoffs, and I think White Wolf can win this.
Oh, Alonzi not.
Yeah. Speaking of getting picked off, but we do have some help here. Oh, all right. They decide not to chase, sensing that the opposing team is nearby. Probably saw it on this lovely ward here by Red. Brandana, looking like a very scary lady riding a very scary robot, is going to pounce right on Gregosaurus Rex's face here, but does not pursue any further. Ace is doing that split pushing right now. We'll see if it works out for him. Oh, Jeff in a lot of trouble here. Ace does have teleport available and is going to have to use it. Jeff is going to get taken down here, and it's going to be a 4v3 as the Oriana comes down to try to contest this almost 5,000 hit point Cho, who is not going back in a good spot. May have to blow the teleport here. Nope, just going back normally. So that's going to be a second inhibitor, possibly all 3 inhibitors taken down, which is going to put Phoenix on the back foot for quite a while. Big laser there, almost annihilates Gregosaurus. This inhibitor is totally going down. I do not think Cho alone can stop this from happening, especially because no one is contesting on Arcane Soda. Good route there, but Gregosaurus, oh, Arcane Soda closes in. Does manage to get an ult off, but doesn't get too much done. Ace devours. We have an 8,000 hit point Sejuani here, but all that health is not doing very much for her as every single member of the team is focusing on her. That inhibitor is still alive. No one is going to try anything sneaky to try to get to it as a 37-foot tall.
Flank coming in.
Yeah. Gotta look out for that. Jeff might get a stun here, but we are going to get a Mega Gnar very quickly here. Jeff falls back in response for that.
Ooh. Kenos, you're fighting for your life here. You're just trying to survive. We do see the mountain drake appear, and you're going to want to contest this.
Well, they got more to worry about right now than contesting that mountain drake. They might just straight up lose. These minions are just tearing through their Nexus turrets. And while they are applying pressure that they do need, I don't disagree with that, they're going to lose this turret in 270 health. Alonzi with almost no health as well. You should probably just go back there, man. Go back. Help Renekton. Don't die. Oh, pointy ball here. Big damage. They take out the ADC. Alonzi trying to get possibly a smite on here. Blue team does steal this Drake, and this is probably going to be game now. 50 seconds on Cho. Oh, but they do manage to get a quick grab here. Alonzi versus Brandana. Not the fight that Alonzi wants right now. Not with this health, but he's going to keep going because he has no health left to run away from, but he's going to try anyways. A little bit of try to shuffle step there, but Ashaway helps clean that up.
Oh man, somebody by Chaotix said, "Drink, the man earned his pay with that one." Incredible use of CC in order to manipulate that damage and allow himself to steal that Drake and get the soul for them. Very well done.
Alright, Envy should show up here, but it's not really going to help, I don't think. This turret is almost gone. Jeff is almost gone. But here she comes with her rocket ship. Only level 15 as well, but everyone else is around the same level, so should be okay in that respect. Last turret is gone. Here comes the Cho. 13 stacks on him. So all they have right now is a Nexus. Though the inhibitors are respawning. Looks like an attempt at Baron here. Yeah, they're just going for it. Alright, so we have a push here at Baron. Ace is in position. 5,000 some hit points. Clears out trying to clear out some of the wards, focusing a little bit on pointy ball here. We have to try to make a play here. Alonzi, I don't know if he's going to be able to counter smite this. Ace is taking a lot of the damage here. Getting chain stun is a distraction. The steal!
Oh my god.
The second huge steal, and that wasn't even the most strategic steal we've seen. But at what cost? We have 2 dead. Ace is going to die as well. No matter how many Barons you've got, as impressive a steal as that was, we got Misfortune and Renekton against 2 teleporting champions to close this game out. Here we go. Jeff looks just to be taunting. All right.
Okay.
That's how you want to end the game, Jeff. That's on you. And a very impressive turnaround here by White Wolf, sending us to a game 3.
Well, that was something to be holding onto, Kenos. Just something pretty amazing there at the end. I don't exactly know how to describe it.
Sejuani carry. That's how I'm going to describe it. Sejuani took the mid game, put it on the back of her pig, her robot pig, and carried it for 25 minutes.
She did incredible, but I think there's a whole lot of good things to say about this top lane Gnar. He did fantastic, just peeling so much CC. It was just so difficult to kill him, ending 4-4 and 16.
Yeah, very nice stutter stepping coming out of that pointy ball as well. Good kiting, able to manipulate the fact that there were so many melee options. Melee options and lack of mobility, was able to dance around the battlefields. The 16 assists especially really highlight that. So we have a game 3 on our hands, folks. It'll take a minute to get it set up, but we'll be here when it does. Hope you are too. Don't go away. We'll be right back.